12 Stoic Lessons for Mastering Your Mind. Sculpted grace. There is a power in calm, a strength in presence, a mastery in noticing without being consumed. Stoicism is not about ignoring life. It is about engaging fully, yet with unshakable composure. The Stoics understood that the mind is the captain of your life, and your reactions determine the course. To live well is not to avoid storms, but to move through them with precision. In this guide, Sculpted Grace presents 12 Stoic lessons, tools for cultivating a life of clarity, resilience, and quiet authority. These lessons are not theoretical. They are practices. They are daily decisions that anchor your mind and refine your character. Chapter 1. Pause before movement. The first lesson is deceptively simple. Pausing is not inaction. It is creating space between stimulus and response, between thought and movement. In that pause, clarity emerges. Without it, we are swept by impulse, carried by emotion, and often regret what follows. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the mind can withdraw, wait, and observe before acting. The Stoics trained themselves to notice the first whisper of emotion without chasing it. Anger rises, pride tugs, fear beckons, but pause. Observe, respond deliberately. Practical application. Count to 3 before replying to mild tension, 5 in conflict, 10 in serious confrontation. When your body feels tense, breathe, walk, sit, reset. Structure your day with intentional pauses before messages, before disagreements, before decisions. Pausing is not weakness. It is reclaiming authority. It is the first step to living on purpose. Chapter 2. Separate event from interpretation. The second lesson. See what is, not what you think it is. Epictetus reminded us that it is not events themselves that disturb us, but the judgment we attach to them. A harsh word is sound. A delay is motion. A glance is perception. All else is interpretation. By separating fact from story, you prevent unnecessary suffering. You stop reacting to imagined attacks and respond to reality. This skill protects your inner calm and allows wisdom to guide your actions. Practical application. End each day by writing one event and the interpretations you added. Ask, what happened? What did I imagine? What did I assume? Practice reframing events. Traffic is movement, not offense. Disagreement is difference, not rejection. When you see clearly, emotion is no longer automatic. You respond with insight, not impulse. Chapter 3. Master the delay of emotion. Stoicism teaches that emotion is a signal, not a command. Anger, fear, pride, they arrive, but they do not require obedience. Seneca warned that uncontrolled emotion clouds judgment and invites chaos. Train yourself to delay the bridge between feeling and action. In that gap, the mind can assess, measure, and choose practical application. Notice rising anger, irritation, or fear. Let it exist without acting. Use breath and posture to stabilize yourself. Practice daily mini rehearsals in ordinary situations. Slow responses to interruptions. Calm posture in frustration. This delay is not passive. It is active mental work. You transform emotional force into deliberate, controlled energy. Chapter 4. Train your inner witness. To master reaction, cultivate the inner witness. The part of you that observes without engaging, Marcus Aurelius called it the view from above. By mentally stepping back, you see events in perspective. You notice impulses before they turn into actions. You remain anchored when others are swept away. Practical application. Sit in silence. Label thoughts and release them. Observe physical tension as a signal before reacting. Notice speech impulses, posture changes, and urges without acting on them. The inner witness does not remove feeling. It creates space for clarity. It is the silent strength behind every controlled action. Chapter 5. Practice. Voluntary discomfort. Resilience is trained. Fear is reduced by exposure. Voluntary discomfort is the Stoic tool for building inner strength. Seneca wore simple clothing, ate plain food, and slept without comfort to train freedom from dependence on ease. By choosing discomfort, you learn that survival and composure are possible without luxury. Practical application. Take cold showers. Sleep without comfort occasionally. Abstain from indulgences for a day. Choose difficult tasks deliberately, even when optional. This discipline strengthens confidence, endurance, and composure. You discover what you can withstand, and fear loses its grip. Chapter 6. Focus on what you control. The sixth lesson is the essence of Stoic freedom. Act on what you can control, accept what you cannot. External events, opinions, circumstances, the actions of others are outside your command. Your thoughts, choices, and responses are fully yours. Practical application. Before reacting, ask, is this under my control? If not, let it go. Direct energy toward action, not complaint. Reduce mental noise by writing down worries, then separating control from concern. Freedom begins when effort is aligned with power, not illusion. Chapter 7. Cultivate gratitude and simplicity. Stoics valued life stripped of excess. Gratitude is recognition of what is available, not what is missing. By appreciating small gifts, sunlight, a meal, conversation, you reduce the craving for external validation. Contentment comes from mindful recognition, not acquisition. Practical application. List 3 things you often overlook and reflect on their presence. Practice morning and evening gratitude. Notice moments of beauty in routine tasks. Gratitude sharpens perspective, steadies the mind, and frees you from constant comparison. Chapter 6. Focus on what you control. The sixth lesson is the essence of Stoic freedom. Act on what you can control, accept what you cannot. External events, opinions, circumstances, the actions of others are outside your command. Your thoughts, choices, and responses are fully yours. Practical application. Before reacting, ask, is this under my control? If not, let it go. Direct energy toward action, not complaint. Reduce mental noise by writing down worries, then separating control from concern. Freedom begins when effort is aligned with power, not illusion. Chapter 7. Cultivate gratitude and simplicity. Stoics valued life stripped of excess. Gratitude is recognition of what is available, not what is missing. By appreciating small gifts, sunlight, a meal, conversation, you reduce the craving for external validation. Contentment comes from mindful recognition, not acquisition. Practical application. List 3 things you often overlook and reflect on their presence. Practice morning and evening gratitude. Notice moments of beauty in routine tasks. Gratitude sharpens perspective, steadies the mind, and frees you from constant comparison. Chapter 8. Embrace mortality to inspire action. Memento mori. Remember that life is finite. This is not morbidity. It is urgency and clarity. Awareness of death focuses your priorities and reduces trivial concerns. Practical application. Visualize life as limited each morning. Ask, does this action reflect how I wish to live? Use mortality as a lens to measure distraction, procrastination, and energy leaks. Life gains precision when guided by its finiteness. Chapter 9. build character through consistency. Virtue is built in repetition. Ethics are lived in daily acts, not grand gestures. Your habits reveal your values. Practical application. Keep promises, even small ones. Maintain integrity in unseen moments. Review your day to track alignment between action and principle. Consistency forms character. The small, repeated choices create the unshakable foundation of a Stoic life. Chapter 10. Use obstacles as opportunities. The Stoics taught that adversity is material for growth. Obstacles reveal character and sharpen skill. Practical application. When frustrated, ask, what can I learn? What can I control? Reframe setbacks as training. Take responsibility for solutions rather than blame. Difficulty becomes a teacher, not a punishment. Each challenge refines judgment and fortifies resilience. Chapter 11. Speak with purpose. Act with restraint. Words and actions are powerful. Speak only when necessary. Act only when aligned with principle. Silence is a form of authority. Practical application. Pause before speaking. Avoid reactive responses. Choose clear, measured, and truthful expression. Presence grows in the space between thought and word. Authority is earned through restraint, not volume. Chapter 12. Lead by example, not by force. The final lesson is the culmination. Embody the Stoic ideal. Strength is quiet, influence is natural, and leadership flows from mastery of self. Practical application. Let actions reflect values. Stay composed under pressure. Model clarity, patience, and resilience. The Stoic life is visible in daily conduct, not proclaimed in speech. Others notice steadiness. Before hearing your words, true leadership begins within. Conclusion. Living Stoicism. Daily. Stoicism is not abstract. It is practiced through pause, reflection, restraint, and purposeful action. Sculpted Grace teaches these 12 lessons as daily exercises in mastery, resilience, and presence. By pausing, separating fact from story, delaying emotion, cultivating the inner witness, embracing discomfort, focusing on control, practicing gratitude, remembering mortality, building consistent character, using obstacles as opportunities, speaking and acting with purpose, and leading by example, you reclaim your mind, your power, and your life. The Stoic journey is lifelong. Each day is training. Each challenge is a teacher. Each choice is a reflection of the strength within. Strength is quiet. Presence is measured. Mastery is deliberate. This is the Stoic ideal.